Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in the foothills of the mountains of North Carolina. We've gone for 3 days now, a little over 3 days, without any rain. So Sandra and I are out this morning doing chores in a non-mud environment. So hang out with us for a little bit. Let's go around the farm. We'll show you what all we got going on. We'll feed some critters. We'll check on some babies. We had all kinds of stuff. So hang out with us for a little bit and let's do chores. You want to talk about your bunnies?
Yeah. So yesterday was on the calendar was kindling day for the rabbits, and so far we've had 3 out of the 4 to have their babies. Looks like, unless she's not had hers yet, she may be getting ready to have her. She's pulling fur, so. And I don't think, let's look in the box here. Oh yeah.
Oh, she's had them.
It's moving, so she's had them. So we won't mess with these for about 48 hours before we go in and start looking at them and checking them and seeing how many are. So you can see the hay moving in there.
There we go. Oh yeah.
There you go.
So this is one of the females.
Yep.
All right. How about this girl over here?
She's had hers.
Oh yeah, you can see it moving.
So she had hers yesterday. This one and the black one over there had theirs yesterday. This white one has had hers either during the night or this morning. And this one hasn't had hers yet.
She's not pulling fur.
And she's not pulling fur yet.
So the pulling fur, that's an indication
That's an indication that they're imminently getting ready to kindle.
And they use the fur to build the nest with?
Yes. They pull fur from their belly, I think it is.
Okay.
I may be wrong about that.
Let's look at this last one over here. Look at her babies. Or her nest anyway.
And we'll have to open the door here. Hey, Mama.
Sure, so we can see
Well,
it.
she is
Oh,
a
wow.
fur puller. Look at that. I don't see it moving back in there.
I'm just
Hey,
catching
Mama.
her shadow. Back out a little bit. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you can really see it moving.
around in there.
And that's not her just bouncing around.
No,
So we don't have a count because we've not messed with her.
not yet.
But rabbits will typically have how many?
Well, these girls all had at least 10 last time they had babies.
Okay. want to give a quick shout out to those folks that are supporting us over on Patreon, and links in the description down below. We're starting to build a nice community there. We get so many phone calls, emails, text messages, comments on YouTube, Facebook, etc. asking questions. It's impossible for us to get to all of them. But if you're a patron member, I promise I will answer your question. Links in the description down below. We got one tier, $5. It's super simple. We appreciate the support. It really helps the channel, helps us keep things going. If you have more complex issues and you need some more in-depth support, we're offering some consulting services. If you're starting a farm, you're trying to grow your farm, heck, even if you're trying to do YouTube, we had a question about that the other day. We will set up, we can do Zoom calls, you can come out, visit our farm, see what we're doing here, how you can replicate that on your property, or we can come out to your property, see what you got, talk about infrastructure, talk about your goals, your plans, and help you refine that so that you can be more profitable in your farming enterprise. Links in the description down below. We'd love to help you out. There's two ways, Patreon and consulting services. Hit us up. How can we help you be more successful on your farm? Good morning, everybody. Hey, y'all ready for a little breakfast? So these are the piglets. If y'all remember that were born back before Thanksgiving on that rainy 37-degree nasty day that Sandra got so mad at me about. Is your microphone on?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be talking. That we ended up taking them in the house. You put a couple down your shirt, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, to warm them up. Had 22, we've got 11. Everybody's doing really good. These pigs are looking great. I've actually got 2 of these feeders sold to a good friend of ours that was wanting a couple of pigs. So standard weaning setup, training setup here. We've got 2 16-foot pig panels on each side, so we call it a 2x2. It's 32 feet by 32 feet. On the inside of the pen, we have a piece of Speed Ride Extreme that we attach to using a jumper cable from here over to our high tensile, so that's what energizes it. We don't have to have a separate energizer here, so that works out really good. And like right now it's off, but if the fence were on and we needed to turn the pin off, all we gotta do is just grab that clip and just take it off the wire. Works out really good. And then over here we've got a water barrel that's attached to our Plasson Quick Connect. Put those in last summer. Let me tell y'all, one of the best investments we've made in this farm is putting water in a pipe. There's another one right over there. Putting water in a pipe and putting those quick connects along this field down here. Before, this is one piece of hose that's connected to that Plasson valve. Comes over here to a float in our barrel. We got pig nipples on it. So we don't, what this eliminates, we have no water chores for these pigs. It manages itself. One piece of hose. Before, we would have had to drag hose to that corner right there. Can't even get in close to it. To that corner of the fence, there's a yard hydrant right there. We would have had to drag hose. So I don't know how far is that? 100 yards, 150 yards? It's a long way.
Oh gosh, it's probably closer to 200.
I mean, it's a ride up there. So that's eliminated the water chores. Feed, we're feeding these guys in a bowl. Right now, they're getting 50 pounds a day. We'll eventually transition them over to a bulk feeder. We're feeding them 50 pounds a day, and there's a little bit left. So they're getting all they want to eat. Got the ham house over here. We put a bale of hay in there. As you can see, they've kind of walled it around and out and all that sort of thing. But a little bit of shelter. Had a viewer send us a new product to try, and I was going to do a completely dedicated video to this. And just JW and I, when we built this pen the other day, he was rushing trying to get out. He's gone on vacation. I was rushing. We were trying to get these pigs caught, weaned. We should have filmed that. We caught, weaned, wormed, and castrated 11 piglets. How long? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a world record. It's like calf roping. But anyway, customer sent us these. These are called the one-man fencing connectors. slip down over your T-post. They've got a bolt in the back that holds them in place, and then they've got a slotted bolt with a nut here that you slide the bars of your pig panel into, and then you just put a nut on the outside. It holds them in place. They work really good, very secure. It holds the fence in place. This is not going anywhere. Those piglets are not going to lift that up. The only problem that we ran into, my pig panels, God bless them, have been in service now for 4 and 5 years. I've not bought any pig panels in a number of years. They're bent, they are warped, they're out of shape, and so on a couple of occasions we had difficulty getting the bars from one pig panel. This connects 2 panels. We had difficulty getting the bar from one panel and the other panel lined up to go in the slot. So it wasn't an issue with the product as much of it was an issue with our panels being kind of janky and all messed up. But it works great. They work quick, very, very secure. I'll leave a link in the description down below. One-man fence. Here's the thing I like about them, y'all. They're here in North Carolina. They're a US-based company. This is not product that's being shipped from China, from overseas. The balloon did not drop these on our farm. We had them shipped to us in the mail from a viewer down in North Carolina, down the central part of the state. Well, actually southwest central, Cleveland County, Shelby, North Carolina, west of Charlotte. But anyway, we like them. They worked good on the corners too. This was a little more difficult to line up. You flip the slot vertical instead of horizontal, and we just had to get them lined up. Again, the problem being our pig panels being kind of janky and out of shape and wonky and all that kind of stuff. So shout out to Mr. Morrow and the One Man Fence Company for sending us the product. We really enjoy it. I'd recommend them, so go check those folks out. All right, gonna feed some cows. Well, we got to check on those other feeder pigs up on the mountain, ain't we?
Yeah, we need to check on our drinker.
Need to check on their drinker, and then we need to take the cows a roll of hay and some kelp and some salt.
The butts are looking good here.
Yeah, the butts are looking good. Yeah, so Sandra, our master castrator, done the castration the other day, and where we done the incisions, oh, they're running from us. Everybody looks good. Y'all, I've done a couple of videos on that, and YouTube has limited the monetization on them, which is fine. I mean, I'd rather get the knowledge out there than get paid, the 7 cents for 1,000 views. But if you want to see the castration, there's a video that we had done. It's called Avoid Expensive Vet Bills, Do Castration Yourself. Go over and check that out. That's a pretty good video, pretty good tutorial on how to do it. And the piglets, they recover quick. We castrated them, dropped them over here, and first thing they did was went to eat. I mean, they had, and we didn't have a whole lot of squirming and squealing and that kind of thing.
They stand around for about 5 minutes like they're in shell shock, but otherwise, you put food and water on them and they go down.
They recover pretty quick, don't they? Yeah. Well, and I think the butts look good. We've had plenty of practice now. And what was the trick? So we learned we needed to get them up off the ground.
Yeah, we do them on the back of the buggy now instead of squatting down on the ground, which is a help for everybody involved.
Yeah. So.
Old knees just don't like to bend like that anymore.
No, they don't. All right, we had a couple other critters to check. Let's go see what's going on. All right, you ready?
Okay.
We'll just tilt it out if we can. All right, so we're not moving the cows every day, and they've been on this field that they're in, this portion of this field that they're in right now for, gosh, I guess 4 or 5 days. And reason that we're leaving them in an area a little bit longer right now than we normally would is they're not going to come back to this. We're second week of February. They're not going to come back to this until the grass starts getting green. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to put a lot of pressure on it to get things kind of eaten down and put a lot of manure down. This is a field that we had a lot of spiny pigweed, yellow crown beard. There was a little bit of down near where the drinker is. Had somebody point this out that that's all that was here. We had a little bit of broom sage. So we're wanting to put a lot of pressure on this so that whenever the grass does start greening up, we can get more and better grass growth than what we've had in the past. And again, putting down a lot of manure for the fertilizer, but they're looking good. And y'all kind of see I brought Blister along with me today.
Yep.
shows up when the work's done. A lot of folks like Sandra and they like to see Sandra on video, and I like to get Sandra on video, but you're usually busy. She's usually busy.
He doesn't like to get me on video because I show him up. Make fun of him.
Yeah.
Make faces at the camera.
Yeah.
You know. So,
but anyway, glad to have her out here, and if it wasn't for Sandra, they wouldn't none of this work. She's the salesman extraordinaire. So if you ever want to buy anything from us, this is the person that you would talk to. She's the one that manages all the customer stuff and cut sheets and getting to the processor and that kind of thing.
I guess I'm the door. You got to go through me to get to you.
You got to go through her. Yeah, that's right. But anyway, I think it's going to do it. Like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.